What is going on, Failroaders? I'm Joshua Thomas, and I'm here to talk to you about Final Fantasy, actually kind of in general. This is Where's the Hype At? And I had a poll on my community page for FailroadExpress, and I asked you what you were most hyped for at this very moment. Is it Final Fantasy XVI, Final Fantasy VII Remake, or Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis? I got a wonderful response, and I'm going to show you guys the results and talk a little bit about it. So the first thing I want to talk about is that, hey, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is number one with 70% of the vote. And I was actually a little surprised that it was that far ahead. I do expect that on this channel, since I produce mostly Final Fantasy VII related content, that yes, most of the people who watch this channel and who participate in these community polls are going to be more interested in 7 Rebirth and Remake and anything like that. But I was definitely surprised to see that it was this far ahead. I expected them to be a little bit closer, maybe even matching, just because Final Fantasy XVI is coming out so much sooner and we have so much more information on it. But the mystery, the lack of information, and the knowledge that we are most likely less than a year away from its debut, I'm sure are all aspects that add to the 70% of you who said, I'm still most hyped for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. And I'm not gonna lie, I am so looking forward to the next teaser that we get for Rebirth. We haven't had one in, 10 months now? That's just too long, but I also get it because Final Fantasy XVI is 2 months away now? And speaking of Final Fantasy XVI, they got 21% of the vote. I completely understand. Those of you who chose this as the one you're most hyped for, I think that I am also, it's really close, but I'm a little bit more hyped for 16 only because we have all of this plethora of information about it. It is very close to coming out. I still need to get myself the pre-order. Maybe I'll do this after recording the video. But we know so much about this game. We've seen so much footage, and it's going to be, in June when we get to start playing this wonderful new entry into the Final Fantasy franchise. So definitely understand the 21% of you who voted for Final Fantasy XVI, and I gotta say, once again, I feel like maybe 16 I'm just slightly more excited for, but as soon as we get another drop of 7 Rebirth information, it's just gonna be like this. It's gonna be like this, like 7 Rebirth up here. Now, for the 9% of you who voted for Ever Crisis, this is another mystery that we've got going on too. Perhaps, once again, people who watch this channel watch it for Final Fantasy VII content, and perhaps you guys are looking forward to being able to play this on your mobile device, or perhaps you guys are just looking forward to what we hope to be a more faithful remaster of the original game that came out in 1997. Maybe you're just looking forward to playing it on your mobile device, or maybe you're looking forward to a more faithful remaster of the original game from 1997. I'm hoping that, they put pretty much a 6-month delay on the beta itself, and no one knows why they put the 6-month delay on it. Not even to this day. There's still just silence regarding Ever Crisis. There was even talk or questions of whether this game would ever come to fruition because of this delay, because of the track record of First Soldier, which is now canceled. I hope that they were spending the 6 months, fingers crossed, making it multi-platform. I personally don't want to play it on a cellular device. I guess I will if I have to. I actually don't know. But regardless, it's still wonderful that they are creating this all-encompassing remaster and sort of chibi animation of not just the OG, but Crisis Core, Before Crisis, Ever Crisis. No, wait, that's the game itself. Advent Children and Dirge of Cerberus. And there's also the possibility of there being other aspects in there, such as elements from First Soldier, or an origin story, so to speak, with more involving Sephiroth. So yeah, that is where the hype is laying so far. I look forward to every single one of these games coming out, hopefully this year. And but I gotta say, right now for me, it's ever so slightly 16, then Rebirth. And if they make Ever Crisis multi-platform, then Ever Crisis will jump way up on my personal hype for it. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you will check out more board game and video game videos on the FailroadExpress, including more Final Fantasy content to come. Check you next time.